Hello, today I'm going to be reviewing the Kristoff Connecticut. So right off the bat I want to just apologize real quick about the video I'm about to start. I didn't have the focus dialed in just right, and it's a little too late now because I've already smoked the cigar, so we'll just have to deal with it. But I did get some good pictures that I can show so you can get some real good view of what it looks like. Alright, so the Kristoff Connecticut, this one is the Corona, and it is a Ecuadorian shade wrapper, a Nicaraguan Habano binder, and a Dominican Habano long filler. Like I said, this is the Corona version, and it's a light to medium brown wrapper. You see some light toothiness in there. It has a rough foot, and it has the Kristoff signature pigtail cap. It has a medium to heavy firmness on the actual feel of the cigar. So with these pigtails, you have to use an actual cutter. You can't use a punch or anything because it just won't. You can't get it off. So on the cold draw of this cigar, I got nutty with hints of red pepper. Actually, I did cough a little bit cold drawing this thing. On my first puff, I got some woody with the pepper notes. So on the first third, I got some wheat with black pepper, a medium amount of smoke, not real crazy heavy, not real light. The first few puffs were really strong, but it kind of mellowed off after that. Like very strong at first, but it eased off. I started getting subtle notes of earth. There was some slight sweetness with the retrohale, and I did lose my ash at about 3/4 of an inch, so it did not hold on too well right at the beginning. So on the second third, I started to get almonds with some slight sweetness. The pepper started to go away at this point, which was, like I said, this cigar's kind of mellows as it goes. So the burn line was not perfect, but it was okay. Like it had some jaggedness to it. I did get some slight bubblage in the wrapper near the burn line, but it really wasn't too bad. I did have to relight at about halfway through, but that could have been my fault. I could have just not been paying attention. And I did actually, about halfway through, start to get a slight nicotine buzz. So on the final third, I started to get some hints of cocoa, which I really enjoy in a cigar. I did get a lessening of that almond flavor that I was getting before, but it still held through. I would, take a puff and get some cocoa, take another puff and get a little bit of almond in there, just not as much. It would kind of switch back and forth occasionally. The cap did stay very all the way down to this point. It stayed very firm in my teeth. Sometimes with cigars, it'll start to get a little mushy near the end. This one didn't. It stayed pretty firm, and I like to hold my cigars in my teeth, so I think it helps with the flavor profile. But I did start to get near this end, I guess because of the nicotine levels, I start to get a nice mellow feeling. When you get a good amount of nicotine, it'll really start to mellow you out. So my final thoughts on this, it started off with that peppery wood, then it moved into that sweet almond, which held strong through most of the cigar. Near the end, it turned to that strong cocoa. I would say this is kind of like a medium strength cigar in the nicotine levels. I would call this like a mellow time cigar. It's good for relaxing. It would definitely get that done. It did have a pleasant smoke aroma. Just sitting and breathing the smoke coming off of the cigar, it smelled very enjoyable. Some cigars do not. This one did. It was losing its ash near the beginning, but as it went through, it started holding it a whole lot better, which, it's always better when you can hold some ash on there. It really helps it burn a little bit better. I did have to tend it a little bit. I had to, hit it with a lighter here and there just to kind of keep that line burning smooth, which I really don't mind. I know some people probably prefer not to do that, but it's just something I had to do in this one. So total burn time on this one was 1 hour and 15 minutes. Now, since I was focusing on the cigar for this review, I probably smoked it a little faster than if I was just relaxing. So, it probably could have lasted 1.5 hours, maybe a little bit longer. But otherwise, a great cigar. And if I have to give it a final rating, in my opinion, I would give this a 7 out of 10. And this has been the Kristoff Connecticut Corona.